Hello YouTube! It is I, BandedWendy, on Saturday the 27th of March 2010, and I am honored to introduce you all to Judy. Judy is my boyfriend Craig's mother, and she is also a weight loss surgery patient. So I'm going to turn the camera around and let Judy tell you a little bit about who she is.
Hi everyone, I've heard so much about you all, and Wendy is just my delightful girl. I just love her so much. She's just charming, and I just love her to bits. And there's so much less of her to love now.
I love her. She's getting paid big time for this.
Like Wendy said, my name is Judy, and I have lost about 150 pounds. 5 years ago, I had the gastric bypass surgery. I had an unusual case. After 5 weeks post-op, my staples popped open while I was on a liquid diet, and they had to go back in an emergency situation and repair the surgery. They don't know why it happened or what went wrong, but they redid my surgery. Unbeknownst to me, for about 3 days it was touch and go. I wasn't aware, but I guess I almost died. My body was extremely toxic, and for those reasons I don't ever recommend this diet to anyone other than to have the lap band. I think that lap band with a lot of discipline and a lot of exercise is probably the best thing anybody can do to save their life. I literally did save my life in essence, because I was going to have my knee replaced, back surgery. I was on high blood pressure medication, cholesterol medication. I was really sick, and everything. I don't take any medications at all for anything. My knee doesn't hurt unless I sit Indian style, and then I kind of have to pick up the knee and kind of put it back into place. But I'm not going to go into the knife for that, because I feel so good. My back doesn't bother me at all. I'm 61 years old, and I don't feel I act it or look it, so I'm feeling good. I feel better than I have in many, many years.
How far away are you from your goal weight?
Actually, if it were up to my husband, oh, you want to see the bod?
Yeah.
Okay.
She looks good.
If it were up to my husband, he would say I'm at my goal weight, because he knows what I can look like. I've lost weight many, many times. I've lost over 150 pounds on my own without the gastric surgery. But my problem was I would always gain it back. So as far as my husband's concerned, he says I'm at my goal weight, and he would rather I didn't lose any more. But I'm thinking I would like to lose about 10 more pounds. I've been exactly the same weight now for over a year and a half, and that's pretty much just dealing with everything myself, just being careful about portions, and I just don't want to stretch out that little stomach that I have, because I know if I do stretch it out by drinking a lot of diet sodas, and I certainly wouldn't drink beer or anything like that, because I know what it would do to me. I do have maybe 2 Diet Pepsis a week, but I get the little bottles and I put the top on it and I put it back in the refrigerator, and when I want to go for the burn of the Diet Pepsi, I open that bottle up and I have a nice big drink of it, and then I put it back in. But I'm real careful about what I eat and what I drink. I do like candy. I do eat just about anything I like. I used to love fried foods, and I still do, but instead of eating a whole fried chicken dinner now, I have a chicken wing that's fried, and that does me good. So,
how long did it take you to lose the 150 pounds? How many years or months?
About 2 years for it all to come off.
Was it steady for you?
Yeah, it was pretty steady. Pretty steady.
Now how often do you stand on the scale?
Not very often. I can tell by my clothes. Sometimes I go up a few pounds and I don't notice it in my clothes, but I see it on the scale, so it's got to be fluids, because a few days later, it'll be back down to where it's supposed to be. And I can tell by my jeans. That tells me how I'm doing.
Tips. What do you got tips for us? There's not very many people on YouTube that are as far along as you. Gastric Rose, this is for you.
Hi, Gastric Rose.
Tips to successful weight loss surgery patient.
I would say my biggest tip would be to be a planner. Plan where you're going to eat. Even if it's a place that's going to be difficult, plan what you're going to order there. Tell yourself what you're going to eat. Tell yourself the portion size you're going to eat. Listen to your body when it tells you. I've had enough. Take it home. Put that little styrofoam box in the refrigerator. And 2 days later, you know you'll throw it away because that's where they all go. Go out and get the same thing that you enjoy. Just treat yourself that way. I also treat myself in so many ways by going clothes shopping now. There's so many more rewards now than food. So my biggest tip, I think, is planning. Planning when you go out. And I don't buy huge candy bars anymore. I used to buy the whole candy bar and eat it. Now I'll buy some little foil eggs and have one or two, and I fill up on them right away. I'm not a big sweet eater like I used to be.
Awesome.
Like I said, the fried foods, I still like the fried foods, but I'll have maybe like a bite of hash browns, I'm done.
Do you ever count your calories or your protein intake anymore?
No. I think I can tell pretty much now. The protein count used to be real important in the beginning, and now I can tell. I know, because protein is really my primary thing. That's protein and fruit. I eat a lot, and vegetables. I don't eat bread at all anymore because it just takes up room.
You need the room.
Yeah, I want to put it with. I want to put good food in my body, not the dead stuff, the stuff that takes up space.
Okay, now we've got about 3.5 minutes, and we have some questions here that Gastric Rose came up with that Judy's going to give us some answers to.
Okay, how do you feel about your extra skin? Well, it's very close to me. I think I'll hang on to it. I've got some hanging stuff going on here, but I'm 61. I mean, why, you know. She also asks, can you live with it and be happy? Yes, I can. I was very fortunate that my stomach went down quite a bit, and so I won't be having a tummy tuck. I'm not planning on having my arms done because I've seen surgeries where the arms have a lot of incision. I have girlfriends that have had that done, and I just, for me, I certainly understand if someone else wants to have it done. My heart goes out to you, and you do what makes you feel good, and I'm good with my skin. Do I ever want to give up and go back to my old self? Never. That has never entered my mind. It entered my mind a couple of times while I was over the toilet, but that quickly vanished. What is your thoughts on others giving you compliments? At first, compliments were very difficult, and I feel like sometimes I think people are saying, wow, she has willpower, and then they say, no, she doesn't have willpower, she took the easy way out. But I never felt that this was an easy way. At first, I think I thought it was, but then when I started going through my classes, I realized it was not an easy way out. And I watched my son, Wendy's love, I watched him go through it, and it was not an easy way, and I still went through it. What do you eat now that you never did before? I eat a lot more fresh vegetables. I crave salads. I crave fresh vegetables, raw food. I don't have to have everything cooked or fried. I like good, healthy food. It makes me feel good to eat it. My portions are definitely a lot smaller. They're bigger than they were when I started out, but not much. And on different days too. Sometimes I'll sit down to have something and it's only half a cup, and I go, wow, I'm back to where I started. But then another day, maybe I can eat a cup. But I don't go past a cup on anything. I try to keep it. When that stomach starts feeling full, I stop. I don't want to stretch it out. How do you treat your overweight friends that don't want to have weight loss surgery or don't want to eat like you? I'm with them. I know where they're coming from. I was there. I know exactly how they are. They do treat me differently now. Like I said, some of them I think are thinking, oh, Judy took the easy way out, but I know better, and that's all that matters.
That's it, right?
Yep, that's it.
Anything else you want to say in parting, Judy?
Just best wishes to all of you. I know we were all dealt a crummy time in our life, but hopefully everybody's got it all worked out. We're all on the same path to health, and there's nothing better. Nothing tastes as good as thin feels, is the way I look at it.
Yeah. So here we are, me and Judy, everybody. Hopefully you can see us. Bye.
Bye.